Hey y'all, how's everyone doing? I hope y'all are doing well. I am going to just put on my makeup and turn it into a tutorial because I've grabbed a couple of old palettes, and that's one of the things I'd love to suggest to y'all to do sometime is just grab an old palette. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and let's see, should I or shouldn't I put on some base? Let's put on some base. What you think? I've got, what is this? I've got some Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Light Wonder Youth Boosting Skin Perfection Foundation in color number 4, Fair. And I'm just gonna, you know what? It's been a while. I haven't used this. So I'm gonna use this IT Cosmetics Love Beautifully, Love is the Foundation, blah, 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 blah. I think it was a Valentine's last year or year before brush. It's just a nice, good dome. That's probably a little too much. Or we'll see. I don't know. I'm going to have some coffee. That's good. That's good. Okay. So let's just put some on. Because I'm just noticing I have a little, I already did put on a primer and I put on some liner. And I'm noticing my face is red right there. So let's just put a little on the places where I need it most, down here where my age spots are. See, when you're young, you don't do this part the most. You do the T-zone the most. And this, for us, elder women, is the area that I want to get more of the focused color. Because of age spots, I'm going to get right by that ear, not hit my earring. And actually, that wasn't enough. I thought it was too much. It comes out like a little worm. Look at that. Okay. So I should put on a little more. I think now it's too much. But we'll see. Yeah, that was quite a bit right there. But how are y'all doing? Y'all having a good time today? You know, one of the reasons I put makeup on, people say, you know, you're not going to even see people, which actually today I might, because I'm going to run to Pikes. They have a very good program for watching, for being very serious about what you do with COVID-19, like you can only come in, go down one aisle, you know, all that kind of stuff. They're very, very deliberate. Everybody's got a mask. You don't touch anything. Oh. Anyway, that's weird. I think that was an actual somebody's at the door thing. And I'm going to elongate my jaw. My hubby hopefully will get that, y'all. I'm going to go over my mouth. Like that. And I gotta say, I don't feel like this has good coverage. And you know why I think that is? It's youth boosting. It's more about moisture. I don't know. I'm not even sure this is a good color for me. It's kind of yellow. What do y'all think? Oh, you know what? It was UPS. And they're good about, sometimes they're really good about ringing the doorbell to let you know they've left a package. So my husband's ordered a bunch of stuff, y'all, for doing his barbecue stuff. He loves it. Y'all, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, I think this coverage looks good at all. For one thing, it's really settling in my pores. And I have a primer on. A primer, so this shouldn't happen. You can still see the redness through. And I can just, it's like highlighting my pores. It's like really sitting in it. It looks like the color is not good. It's more yellowy. And so I see little yellow pools. I don't think it looks good at all. So where's my little, got my little makeup cloth to wipe off the brush, but I don't think that looks good at all. And y'all saw me, I shook it twice, so it's not a matter of non-mixture or not having enough. I feel like I almost had too much at one point. Yeah, don't like it. Maybe that's why it continues to sit here. I could use this just for a color. One of the main things for foundation, it just gives you an all-over canvas base of one color, one texture. But I feel like it actually is highlighting the bags under my eyes. No joke. What if I did a little bit of powder? I'm going to do a little bit of dusting powder. I'm going to use this big old foundation brush. I believe that's what this is for. It's huge. Is that what this is for? It's really big. I feel like that's more for bronzer. Let me get a... No. There's another one I have. There it is. I know this is an IT Cosmetics foundation brush, isn't it? Does it not say C4153? Do y'all know? Complexion brush. Well, that's what I want, because I'm going to use some of this number 7 powder and see if it helps my complexion. Well, at least it fills it in and mattifies it a little. It's not exactly the look I wanted either. It's almost too much, but I think it's what I'm going to have to do to get this look to go away. Cross my little... Yeah, I feel like for like even the age spots, it didn't do a good job at all, y'all. I'm just not recommending this. That's a lot of powder to put on to cover up. And it's not even helping. Do y'all see? That red splotch is still there. And by putting on the powder, I'm just highlighting wrinkles. See how the wrinkles are on my mouth? When you put powder on and under your eyes, oh man, I hit powder under my eyes. That's not good because I hadn't put on my concealer yet. Whatever. I'm just going to put on my concealer. And my favorite, I got to go order me some today. It's the Rimmel Match Perfection in color 230. Fairlight. Contains vitamin C and E. And it wears up to 13 hours. And I feel like this does a very good job, especially to be so inexpensive. And it is on its last leg. Oh wow, there's a whole little bunch still left in there. It wasn't on its last leg. Let's put this over here and hold on to it. That's actually going to be a lot, especially considering I just put on powder. So we'll see how does this go. So I'm going to dot it where I need it the most, right here in this dark area. And then I'm just going to swoop it out. Because I do like something bright back here, but I have to make sure I don't do too much of it because that is where, ladies, our crow's feet is. So you don't want to put a lot of extra. I'm going to put this on either side of the nose and here to kind of brighten this area. And I'm going to come down. And then I'm just going to kind of dot over this to kind of push it in. I am going to push it right here a little bit, and I'll tell you why. That still has terrible coverage. Terrible coverage. Put a little on my lids. I'm really disappointed in that product. Now, I did have on a primer, and it was the ROC, R-O-C primer I got at Walgreens a few hauls back. But a primer shouldn't do that. Also, Charlotte Tilbury sells a primer, so no, primer shouldn't do this. I am going to also put on some lipstick. This is the Super Stay Color 24 by Maybelline in color number 055. And I'll tell you, I used to use this where I got Chanel. And Chanel is worth the extra money, but because this does dry out a little bit, I will tell you. But it does a good job to be so cheap. And I just want a basic color on today because since I'm going out, my mouth isn't even going to show. There. It's not going to even show at all. But when I do take it off later, I want to have, in front of me and my husband, I want to have some color underneath. If it even makes it that long. I think it will. It says 24. You let it dry. It dries pretty quick. And this moisturizes, it sets it, and it gives it this shiny lip gloss look. I will not do any more than that because that really is just for moisture. Again, nobody's going to even see it. Okay, I wanted to pick a palette that had some gray in it because I'm wearing gray today. It's that simple. I have my little gray greenish earrings on that I got at the Cancer Treatment Center gift shop, if y'all remember. And my studs. These are the best looking studs. These look so real. These are the best CZs I've ever seen. And when I set them right next to real diamonds, these look better than the diamonds. And that's what they advertise. And it is. It's called Fabulite. You can get it on jtv.com. Jewelry TV? Jewelry Television? That's what it stands for. jtv.com and look up, just put in the word Fabulite. And light is, it's F-A-B-U and light is spelled L-I-T-E, all one word, Fabulite. And there's all kinds of products, rings and stuff like that, but I just got the studs just to see, and I was pleasantly surprised. Also did get a couple of rings. They're great. It's just my problem with my knuckle and, you know, being able to get it on things. And I don't want it on this side because this is my real wedding set. So, but I would highly recommend this, and I did order it in the 14 karat gold so it would last. Then they've also got it in sterling and some other stuff, some plating, I think, if you want to go a little bit cheaper. And they had some other ones, so I might go back. Earrings seems to be all I got left because, you know, everything that you use now, it just highlights how old you are. That's how I feel anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead. That's been my experience lately is why. I am going to use an older palette. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to use this Becca. It's older. It's called Volcano Goddess. I hate when everything's about a god or goddess, like, or gurus. It's all I have to do with other face, y'all, and I do care. Urban Decay's Born to Run. And look, they got a little Buddha right on the front. No, that's a Thai god, actually. Yeah, I don't like it. They're trying to say go travel everywhere and see the world and its statues, whatever. But this color, it's either going to be that one or this one. They're so similar. But, I mean, I didn't look inside. I was looking at this kind of big sky color, so that might be kind of cool. But I don't like the highlighter or any of the transition colors. So I'm going to start with a Charlotte Tilbury Exagger Eyes, Bigger, Brighter Eyes Filter. Exagger Eyes. What I want out of this little palette, because this is a warm tone, I just want that highlighter right there. And maybe the color underneath I may use on the lid. So I'm going to go under the brow. Her products are sensational, and they're very expensive, but they're sensational. There's a lot that goes into them. Oh, by the way, did I tell y'all, did you notice that this brow is missing there? I shaved it off. I was like, oh, I'm losing my eyebrows. I'm like, no, you shaved right in between here with your little quickie shaver, you know, that you shave off the peach fuzz with. And so I decided to go in between my brows because I don't typically have that issue. But I went ahead and just decided to do it, and I shaved off the front of my brow. How do I know that? Because I see all the fuzzes coming back. And so the good news is I'm not growing any less. I just shaved them off, and they're coming back. And no, they don't come back thicker, y'all. I don't know why people tell you that. Hairs come out of a pore. Just by shaving off a hair doesn't make more pores. And it doesn't thicken them. It doesn't do anything. I think maybe it will be a little healthier because you've had an older hair in that pore. But the bottom line is, your